Well, you heard me talk about it, and now I'm here to discuss the pilot episode of the new Quantum Leap. Not a reboot, but a sequel, a continuation, kind of like Quantum Leap The Next Generation. A group of scientists decide to reopen Quantum Leap. You know, the project that was designed by Sam Beckett, played by Scott Bakula, who stepped in the Quantum Leap accelerator and vanished, of course, and you probably know never returned home. But one of the scientists, named Ben Song, played by Raymond Lee, decides to take a step into the Quantum Leap accelerator without telling the other scientists, and there's something he decoded, only he knows about it. And when he steps in the Quantum Leap accelerator, he leaps back into 1985. And he discovers he is the getaway driver for a bank heist. He is guided by Addison, a hologram from his own time that only he can see and hear, and she's played by Caitlin Bassett. And of course, well, I don't want to tell you anymore. Is this episode good? Yeah, I liked the show. I've always been a big fan of the original Quantum Leap. It was a clever show in its day. They weren't many shows like it. It kind of made time travel popular on TV. And it made Scott Bakula a star. Well, before that, he was just this familiar face you kept seeing in movies and TV. But I think Quantum Leap gave him his star power. And what do I think of the new cast? Well, Raymond Lee as Ben Song is pretty good. I like the way he seems confused by all this, and then as it goes on, he immediately settles into what he's supposed to do. I love his chemistry with Caitlin Bassett, who plays Addison Augustine, who is the female hologram helping him. But of course, they don't make much of a mystery of that that she's also his fiance. Of course, he can't remember that, and it torments her. She can't tell him that. And the acting's pretty good. This show's getting off to a rough start. I mean, but I hope it gets better as it goes along. And I like the way the show doesn't try to be a carbon copy of the original series. It's similar but different. I mean, it not only shows Ben's back in time and in this person's body, but it also shows the people on Quantum Leap who are struggling to get him home. Ernie Hudson is good as he's kind of the captain of Quantum Leap, the leader. Magic, you probably know he leaped into him Sam leaped into him in that Vietnam episode. Well, he only makes little reference to that. I mean, I'm sure as the show goes on, he'll make more reference to it. They do make some reference. They make a reference to Sam Beckett and saying that he vanished. And it makes it question, will Scott Bakula make an appearance on the show as Sam Beckett? Well, if there's going to be a season 2, which I hope there will be, maybe he will. Maybe he just wants to see how this series is going to play out. I like the way they do pay homage to Dean Stockwell at the very end, do make reference to his character, because he said that he passed away, which is true because Dean Stockwell did pass away last year. So I'm hopeful about this new Quantum Leap series, and I'm hoping it's really going to leap high in the ratings. But if it doesn't, we'll say they tried. So let's all keep our fingers crossed.